We stand beneath a sky so vast, it feels almost unreal. The stars scattered like fragments of shattered mirror reflecting secrets we can barely begin to comprehend. The night stretches endlessly, a velvet canvas punctuated by points of light, each a distant sun, a potential world, a whisper of something far beyond human understanding. There's a silence here, profound and almost sacred, broken only by the occasional rustle of wind or the faint hum of life below. It is in this silence that curiosity stirs, gnawing at the edges of consciousness, urging us to look up, to question, to wonder. From the dawn of civilization, humans have lifted their gaze toward the heavens with awe and trembling excitement. Ancient astronomers, cloaked in the shadows of stone observatories, traced the paths of planets and stars, noting their dances with meticulous care. They mapped constellations as if connecting dots in a celestial puzzle, each pattern a story, a guide, a reflection of their own place in the universe. Yet, even as they charted the sky, an undercurrent of unease lingered. The universe, so seemingly orderly, held anomalies, unpredictable events, phenomena that defied explanation. It whispered that there were truths too vast, too intricate for the human mind to fully grasp. Modern science has pushed these boundaries further than ever before. Telescopes pierce the darkness, capturing light that has traveled billions of years to reach us. We send probes hurtling across the solar system, robotic messengers carrying our questions into the void. Yet, for all our tools and technology, the cosmos remains enigmatic, teasing us with glimpses of impossible phenomena. Stars collapsing into black holes, galaxies spiraling in patterns that suggest a hidden order, cosmic rays streaking across the darkness like fleeting brushstrokes on an infinite canvas. Each discovery is a revelation and a reminder of our smallness, a spark of understanding set against a backdrop of incomprehensible scale. There's a tension here, a duality that defines our quest. On one hand, there is wonder, an intoxicating sense that we are part of a grand story, that we have been given the privilege to peek behind the curtain of existence. On the other hand, there is fear, the recognition that the universe is vast beyond comprehension, that some labyrinths within it may have been designed or exist beyond the reach of human perception. This tension is the heartbeat of exploration, the pulse that drives the brave, the curious, the restless to seek, to question, to confront the unknown. And yet, we are drawn forward, compelled by a mixture of reverence and defiance. What are we seeking in this endless expanse? Knowledge, understanding, truth, or perhaps something even more elusive, a glimpse of the fundamental patterns that govern reality itself. The night sky, with its infinite depth and mystery, becomes both a mirror and a challenge. It reflects our own longing for meaning, for connection, for certainty, while daring us to accept the unknown, the chaotic, the unknowable. As the stars flicker overhead, each point of light seems to pulse with silent questions. What lies beyond the reaches of observation? Are there labyrinths of matter and energy so complex that no mind could ever hope to map them? Are we mere wanderers, tracing outlines of a design we will never fully perceive, or is there a deeper logic, a hidden symmetry waiting to be discovered? These questions hang in the air like a delicate fog, tantalizing, frustrating, yet impossible to ignore. In this prologue, the stage is set for a journey that will traverse the edges of understanding, through corridors of mystery and chambers of revelation. We are about to enter a realm where the lines between science and philosophy blur, where the beauty of discovery is inseparable from the dread of the unknown. The cosmic labyrinths await, their pathways winding, shadowed, and infinite. And as we take the first step, a simple but profound truth becomes clear. The universe is far stranger, far more magnificent, and far more terrifying than we were ever meant to find. The night deepens, the stars shimmer with a silent invitation. In the quiet of this vast expanse, the adventure begins. Our minds strain toward the horizon, Hearts quicken with anticipation, and the impossible question lingers. If we dare to follow the labyrinths of the cosmos, what will we discover, and will we be ready for the answers? Human curiosity is a force as ancient as civilization itself, a spark that has driven us to climb mountains, cross oceans, and peer into the depths of the unknown. From the first time our ancestors gazed at the night sky, the desire to understand the cosmos was entwined with both awe and fear. They saw the stars as guides, omens, and stories written across the heavens. Each twinkle was a riddle, each constellation a narrative, yet beneath the beauty lay a subtle unease. What if some truths were beyond reach, hidden in a darkness too vast to comprehend? This tension between wonder and trepidation has propelled every explorer, thinker, and scientist since, creating a duality at the heart of human inquiry. The earliest astronomers were both dreamers and meticulous record-keepers. In shadowed temples and atop stone towers, they charted the movement of celestial bodies, noting cycles of the moon, the wanderings of planets, and the inexplicable bursts of light that occasionally tore across the sky. They observed patterns that seemed to hint at order, but stumbled upon anomalies that defied prediction. These observations were more than academic. They were existential. Understanding the heavens was tied to understanding life itself. And yet the more they learned, the more evident it became that the cosmos did not yield its secrets easily. As centuries passed, the tools of observation grew more sophisticated, yet the tension remained. The invention of the telescope shattered old perceptions, revealing galaxies beyond imagination, nebulae glowing with ethereal light, and stars forming and dying in spectacular, violent displays. Each new revelation expanded the horizon of what could be known, while simultaneously exposing the enormity of what remained hidden. Curiosity became both a gift and a burden. The more we sought to understand, the more apparent it became how small our comprehension truly was. The universe is not simply vast. It is labyrinthine, layered with complexity and enigmas that challenge every assumption. This tension between discovery and limitation defines the emotional landscape of human inquiry. On one hand, curiosity ignites joy, excitement, and hope. We are drawn to the unknown like moths to a distant, flickering flame, driven by a desire to decode patterns and unravel secrets. On the other hand, there is a persistent shadow, the fear that some mysteries are intentionally or inherently unknowable. What if our efforts are merely brushing against the surface of a reality too immense, too intricate for human cognition? The thrill of discovery is inseparable from the anxiety of insignificance, a delicate balance that heightens both our engagement and our awe. Contrasts permeate every step of our journey. Humanity's relentless drive to explore stands in stark opposition to the immensity of the cosmos. Tiny civilizations on a pale blue that reach out toward stars trillions of kilometers away, their instruments minuscule in comparison to black holes, neutron stars, and the incomprehensible forces shaping galaxies. Yet, it is precisely this contrast that fuels imagination. By juxtaposing our fragile presence with the scale of the universe, we feel both humbled and emboldened. The act of looking upward becomes a dialogue with the infinite. We are both insignificant observers and audacious participants, daring to confront what is far greater than ourselves. This duality also shapes the philosophical dimensions of curiosity. The act of seeking knowledge is not neutral. It carries moral, existential, and emotional weight. Philosophers and scientists alike have grappled with the consequences of probing too far, of uncovering truths that might unsettle our perception of reality. Knowledge is a double-edged sword, offering clarity while exposing vulnerability. The human mind thrives on patterns and explanation, yet it is constantly reminded that some aspects of the universe may be beyond reason, dancing just out of reach, teasing us with glimpses of a larger order we cannot yet fathom. As the story unfolds, the narrative threads of curiosity, wonder, and fear begin to intertwine. Ancient stargazers, modern astronomers, and theoretical physicists are linked by the same driving question: what lies beyond what we can see? Each discovery brings elation and frustration, illumination and doubt. The human drive to explore is relentless, a force that will not be denied, even when faced with the vast, shadowed unknown. Ultimately, this section invites the viewer to experience the thrill and tension of human curiosity. It paints the cosmos not merely as a backdrop for exploration, but as an active participant in a dialogue with the mind. The stars are both teachers and challengers, offering fragments of understanding while concealing truths that may forever elude us. In this dance between desire and limitation, we find the essence of human exploration, an unquenchable urge to seek, to question, and to confront the unknown, no matter the cost. From the earliest civilizations, humanity has sought to impose order on the vast, chaotic expanse above, to make sense of the stars strewn across the night sky. The first astronomers did not simply observe. They mapped, measured, and named, transforming the heavens from an endless mystery into a structured, navigable cosmos. Star charts, etched into stone and parchment, became our earliest attempts to understand infinity, to trace the movements of celestial bodies with precision and predictability. These charts were more than practical tools. They were a bridge between human perception and the unfathomable vastness of space, a way to find meaning in the incomprehensible. As technology advanced, so did our ability to map the heavens with astonishing detail. Telescopes revealed galaxies spiraling in silent majesty, nebulae glowing with ethereal colors, and stars forming in clouds of dust and gas that stretched across light years. Each observation added another layer to the map of the universe. Yet with every layer came a stark realization. The cosmos is not simply large. It is almost unimaginably vast. Our attempts to chart it are like tracing the surface of an endless ocean with a single finger, knowing that the horizon recedes as we approach it. The more we measure, the more the universe expands before us, teasing us with the illusion of comprehension while revealing the infinite scale we cannot fully grasp. Mapping infinity requires more than instruments. It demands imagination. Consider the mind's leap to visualize not only stars and galaxies, but the spaces between them, the invisible forces shaping their motion, the dark matter that bends light yet remains unseen. Modern astrophysics paints a universe alive with motion, energy, and structure. Yet these structures exist on scales both enormous and microscopic, stretching our intuition to its limits. It is here, in the gap between observation and understanding, that the cinematic beauty of the cosmos becomes palpable. Swirling galaxies like vast whirlpools, nebulae glowing like celestial fires, and black holes devouring light with a silent, merciless hunger. These images are not just scientific. They're profoundly emotional, evoking awe, fear, and a deep sense of mystery. Yet the act of mapping is also an act of confrontation. We chart because we hope to understand, but the universe offers both revelation and resistance. Patterns emerge: the spirals of galaxies, the regularity of planetary orbits, the echoes of the cosmic microwave background that speak of a universe born in fire. And yet anomalies persist, from quasars that shine brighter than entire galaxies to phenomena that challenge our fundamental laws of physics. Each mapped territory exposes both order and chaos, clarity and confusion, revealing the tension at the heart of human exploration. The universe invites us to understand, but never fully submits to comprehension. The narrative of mapping infinity also illuminates our human nature. We are pattern seekers, storytellers who impose logic and meaning on the cosmos. Star charts are as much reflections of our cognitive architecture as they are maps of the heavens. We trace lines between distant points, connect constellations, and name celestial objects, creating order from an overwhelming chaos. This act of mapping is both a triumph and a reminder. We can strive to understand the universe, but our perception is inherently limited colored by the frameworks and biases of human thought. The cosmos does not adapt to us. We adapt to it, bending our minds to grasp what may ultimately elude full comprehension. As our telescopes pierce deeper into space, revealing galaxies billions of light years away, the notion of distance becomes both physical and philosophical. Light itself, traveling across eons, becomes a time machine, showing us the universe as it was long before humans walked the Earth. Mapping infinity is thus a journey not only across space, but across time, each observation a dialogue with the distant past. The emotional weight of this realization is profound. We are travelers in a cosmos that is simultaneously ancient and ever-changing, our maps only temporary approximations of an eternal, shifting reality. This section also invites reflection on the paradoxical nature of knowledge. Each charted star and cataloged galaxy brings a sense of accomplishment, yet each discovery also exposes the limits of our understanding. The universe is at once knowable and unknowable, a labyrinth without walls, a puzzle with no final solution. It is in this tension that the cinematic drama of cosmic exploration arises, the human mind striving to measure infinity, yearning to grasp what may forever lie beyond reach, while the universe continues its silent dance, indifferent and magnificent. Ultimately, mapping infinity is a story of courage, imagination, and humility. It is a testament to human ambition, a chronicle of our relentless quest to understand the universe, and a reminder of our fragility in the face of cosmic immensity. The stars, once distant and untouchable, now serve as guides, teachers, and provocateurs, drawing us forward into corridors of light and shadow, mystery and revelation. And as we trace their patterns, we confront the profound question that underpins every exploration. Can the human mind ever truly comprehend the infinite, or is the act of seeking itself the only map we will ever hold? Beneath the surface of the universe's vast chaos lies a hidden order, a geometry that shapes stars, galaxies, and even the tiniest particles of matter. This is not a simple, human-scale symmetry, but an intricate, almost alien architecture that seems to stretch infinitely in all directions. Patterns emerge where chaos should reign. Spirals in galaxies, the branching of cosmic filaments, and the repeating forms in nature, from the delicate veins of a leaf to the spiraling arms of a hurricane. It is as if the universe speaks a secret language, one composed not of words, but of form, proportion, and resonance. Yet whether these patterns are discovered or imposed by the human mind remains a question that hovers like a shadow over every revelation. Fractals offer a glimpse into this hidden geometry, structures that repeat endlessly across scales, revealing a self-similarity that defies simple perception. In these recursive designs, the infinitely large mirrors the infinitesimally small, and the distinction between chaos and order begins to blur. From the jagged coastline of an earthly shore to the swirling gases of a distant nebula, fractals illustrate a cosmic logic that hints at a deeper framework beneath the surface of reality. There is a strange, almost mystical beauty in this repetition, as if the universe itself delights in echoing patterns that our minds can only partially apprehend. Sacred geometry, another lens through which we glimpse the cosmos' hidden structure, bridges science and philosophy. Shapes like the Fibonacci spiral and the Platonic solids have appeared across cultures, in temples, art, and ritual, suggesting an intuitive recognition of universal order. Yet these forms are not mere artistic constructs. They resonate with natural law. Spiral galaxies, shells, and even the arrangement of seeds in a sunflower all reflect these same ratios, as though the cosmos has inscribed a blueprint of existence across scales, from the subatomic to the intergalactic. This interplay between the seen and unseen, the known and the mysterious, evokes a sense of awe and profound wonder, prompting the question, is the universe inherently ordered, or is our perception of order a reflection of the mind's own craving for coherence? Contrast is key to perceiving this hidden geometry. Against the backdrop of seemingly random cosmic phenomena, supernovae exploding, black holes warping spacetime, the emergence of symmetry feels almost miraculous. It is a pattern that asserts itself amid chaos, a rhythm that defies entropy, hinting at forces and laws that extend beyond immediate comprehension. The emotional resonance is immediate, a sense of beauty intertwined with fear, of order that suggests purpose juxtaposed with the vast indifference of space. These are the moments where science begins to touch the philosophical, where discovery becomes an encounter with something almost sacred. Yet the more we explore, the more enigmatic the universe becomes. Patterns we detect may be only shadows of a grander structure, hints of a cosmic architecture so complex that human cognition strains to grasp it. Quantum mechanics reveals that even at the smallest scales, reality dances between possibilities, teasing the mind with probabilistic labyrinths rather than definitive answers. The same laws that produce harmony on the grand scale give rise to uncertainty on the microscopic, highlighting a duality that is as unsettling as it is beautiful. This tension fuels the cinematic drama of exploration. The universe offers glimpses of order, only to withdraw into impenetrable mystery. Human attempts to decode these patterns are as much a reflection of our minds as they are of the cosmos itself. Mathematicians, physicists, and philosophers have long debated whether the universe is fundamentally mathematical, whether the laws of physics are discovered truths or elegant constructs of human reasoning. Every equation, every model, is a map into the labyrinth of reality, a temporary scaffolding that allows glimpses of the infinite. Yet even the most sophisticated frameworks encounter limits, revealing the paradox that the more we understand, the more evident the enormity of what remains beyond comprehension becomes. Cinematic imagery helps convey the magnitude of this hidden geometry. Imagine soaring over a galaxy, watching its spiral arms twist in perfect rhythm, then zooming inward to atomic structures that echo the same curves. Picture neural networks firing in the brain, reflecting patterns similar to cosmic filaments stretching across intergalactic voids. These visual metaphors not only illustrate scientific concepts but also evoke awe and wonder, emphasizing that hidden geometry is both a property of the universe and a mirror of human perception. It is a language that exists simultaneously outside and within us, a labyrinth of form and meaning that challenges, inspires, and terrifies in equal measure. As this exploration deepens, the central question persists. Are these patterns discoveries of pre-existing cosmic laws or projections of the human mind striving for coherence in an indifferent universe? The answer may be less important than the journey itself, the act of seeking and recognizing symmetry amid the void. Hidden geometry becomes a bridge between science and philosophy, between observation and imagination, a pathway that draws us deeper into the labyrinth of reality. In the end, this section is a meditation on the tension between order and chaos, the known and the unknowable. It frames the universe as both structured and mysterious, a vast design whose rules are only partially perceptible. Through fractals, sacred geometry, and cosmic patterns, we glimpse a reality far more intricate than previously imagined. A labyrinth woven from light, form, and law, challenging us to navigate, comprehend, and marvel at every turn. The universe's hidden geometry is an invitation, a puzzle, and a warning. Its depths may reveal truths beyond our capacity to hold, yet the pursuit itself transforms us, sharpening perception, igniting wonder, and expanding the horizons of human consciousness. In the vast expanse of the cosmos, there are phenomena that defy explanation, moments where the universe seems to speak in riddles, whispering secrets we are not yet equipped to understand. Pulsars, quasars, and mysterious bursts of energy punctuate the darkness, flickering like messages from some distant, alien intelligence. Each observation carries a weight that is both exhilarating and unnerving. These are not mere curiosities. They are evidence that the universe possesses layers of complexity that stretch far beyond human comprehension. Standing under the night sky, one cannot help but feel a thrill laced with fear, as if the cosmos itself is aware of our attempts to penetrate its hidden depths. Pulsars, spinning remnants of massive stars, emit beams of radiation with clockwork precision. Their rhythm is almost hypnotic, a cosmic heartbeat echoing across the void. Scientists can predict their pulses with astonishing accuracy, yet the origins and mechanisms behind these celestial lighthouses remind us of the universe's capacity to astonish. Quasars, on the other hand, blaze with unimaginable intensity, far outshining entire galaxies. They are violent, chaotic, yet mesmerizing, as if the universe is both creating and destroying on a scale that our minds can barely fathom. These phenomena evoke a dual emotional response, awe at their beauty and power, and a profound sense of insignificance in the face of such enormity. Dark matter and dark energy further complicate our understanding, forming an invisible scaffold that shapes galaxies and accelerates cosmic expansion. Though they remain largely undetectable directly, their influence is undeniable, a silent force governing the cosmos. The mind struggles to grasp a reality that is both omnipresent and invisible, a shadow underlying everything we see. It is a humbling reminder that knowledge is always provisional, that the universe holds truths beyond the reach of our senses and instruments. This tension between what is observed and what is hidden creates a cinematic sense of mystery, a feeling that we are on the edge of revelation, yet perpetually confronting the unknown. The interplay between observation and mystery is heightened by our attempts to interpret these phenomena. Advanced telescopes capture light that has traveled billions of years, revealing patterns and behaviors that challenge our fundamental understanding of physics. The data are precise, measurable, yet they often raise more questions than answers. A pulsar might flicker unexpectedly. A quasar's brightness may fluctuate. Signals from distant galaxies might defy classification. Each anomaly is a reminder that the universe is not simply a puzzle to be solved, but a living, dynamic entity that resists complete understanding. Emotional tension is amplified by the human desire to find meaning in these cosmic signals. We are pattern seekers, driven to decode the universe's hidden language. Yet every revelation carries the possibility of discomfort, even fear. What if these phenomena hint at laws or dimensions of reality that defy human reason? What if our models and theories are only approximations, small islands of understanding in an ocean of incomprehensibility? The contrast between scientific rigor and existential uncertainty creates a rich, cinematic tension, keeping the mind and heart equally engaged. Visual imagination enhances this narrative, transforming data into scenes of otherworldly beauty and danger. Picture a pulsar spinning against a backdrop of distant galaxies, its beams slicing through space with relentless precision, like a lighthouse in a void without shores. Envision a quasar erupting with energy, a cosmic beacon whose light travels billions of years to reach us, a reminder that the universe is not only vast but active, turbulent, and unpredictable. These images stir the imagination, evoking awe, fear, and wonder simultaneously, and draw viewers deeper into the emotional rhythm of the cosmic story. The universe also communicates through subtler, quieter echoes, such as gravitational waves or faint cosmic background radiation. These signals, almost imperceptible, offer glimpses into events long past. The collision of black holes, the reverberations of the Big Bang. They are whispers from the abyss, faint but insistent, challenging us to listen, interpret, and question. The cinematic potential is immense. The cosmos becomes a stage where time, space, and energy converge in acts of creation and destruction, revealing a narrative far grander than human life, yet intimately connected to our quest for understanding. Standing on the threshold of these discoveries, one feels both empowered and vulnerable. We have the tools to observe and measure phenomena that were once unimaginable, Yet each insight deepens the sense of mystery. The universe is a labyrinth of knowledge and uncertainty, revealing glimpses of hidden corridors while keeping its deepest chambers locked. This paradox between what can be known and what remains forever elusive is the emotional core of our engagement, a tension that captivates the mind and stirs the soul. Ultimately, these voices from the abyss serve as both challenge and inspiration. They remind us that the cosmos is not a static backdrop, but a dynamic, enigmatic force that constantly confronts human curiosity with both revelation and defiance. They invite us to question, to explore, and to embrace the tension between fear and wonder. In doing so, they draw us into the cinematic heartbeat of the universe, where every pulse, every flash of light, every ripple in space-time is part of an intricate, mesmerizing labyrinth that we are only beginning to navigate. Human beings have always grappled not only with the physical mysteries of the cosmos, but also with the philosophical ones, seeking to understand their place within a universe that is simultaneously beautiful, indifferent, and terrifying. From the earliest contemplations of existence to modern reflections on the meaning of life, philosophers have probed the boundaries of knowledge, confronting questions that science alone cannot answer. What does it mean to exist in a universe so vast that even our most ambitious explorations reveal only fragments of its grandeur? How do we reconcile human consciousness with the seemingly indifferent machinery of stars and galaxies? These questions are the bedrock of our existential inquiry, the corridors through which our minds wander even as the cosmos stretches endlessly around us. Immanuel Kant, centuries ago, pondered the limits of human reason, suggesting that while we can perceive phenomena, the noumenal, the universe as it truly is, remains forever beyond our grasp. His reflections resonate profoundly when we consider the vast labyrinth of space, where galaxies spin in silence and black holes lurk as thresholds to the unknown. Kant's philosophy frames the pursuit of knowledge not merely as an accumulation of facts, but as an encounter with the boundaries of cognition itself. Our minds are both instruments of discovery and mirrors of limitation, capable of glimpsing order, yet always confronting the shadow of incomprehensibility. Friedrich Nietzsche took a different, yet complementary, perspective, emphasizing the existential weight of facing a universe devoid of inherent meaning. The vastness of the cosmos, in Nietzsche's view, challenges humanity to create its own purpose, to impose value in a reality that offers none. This confrontation with the infinite is both exhilarating and terrifying. The awe of possibility mingles with the vertigo of insignificance. Nietzsche's insight illuminates a psychological landscape mirrored in every human attempt to chart the heavens, revealing the tension between hope and despair, between striving for understanding and acknowledging the limits of perception. Modern thinkers, including Carl Sagan and contemporary philosophers of science, extend this dialogue, blending empirical curiosity with deep existential reflection. Sagan, in particular, emphasized the poetic dimensions of cosmic exploration, the knowledge that we are connected to the stars, that every atom in our bodies was forged in the hearts of long-dead suns, fosters both humility and wonder. Philosophical reflection transforms scientific discovery into a narrative of meaning, framing the human quest not merely as data collection, but as a profound engagement with the cosmos. This is the philosophical heartbeat of exploration, a continuous oscillation between comprehension and awe, between the known and the unknowable. Contrast shapes the emotional resonance of these ideas. The universe is indifferent, vast, and often incomprehensible, yet the human mind confronts it with curiosity, courage, and creativity. This juxtaposition amplifies both fear and wonder. Standing beneath a star-filled sky, one feels at once the fragility of human existence and the audacity of consciousness reaching out into the void. Philosophers highlight this duality, drawing attention to the delicate balance between enlightenment and existential dread, between the thrill of understanding and the terror of realization. The cinematic quality of this philosophical inquiry is striking. Imagine a lone thinker in a shadowed observatory, gazing at a telescope that reaches toward distant galaxies. The mind's eye traces the path of light that has traveled billions of years, contemplating the forces that shaped it and reflecting on the fleeting nature of human life. These images evoke both grandeur and solitude, reinforcing the narrative that philosophical inquiry is as much an emotional journey as an intellectual one. It is a journey through dark corridors of thought, illuminated intermittently by flashes of insight that simultaneously reveal and deepen the mystery. Human existence within this cosmic framework is a study in contrasts. On one hand, philosophy encourages humility, acknowledging our cognitive limitations and the universe's indifference. On the other hand, it inspires audacity, urging us to question, to explore, and to seek meaning even where none is given. The emotional tension here is cinematic in scope. The mind oscillates between despair and hope, fear and exhilaration, recognizing that every insight is partial, every revelation fleeting. The philosophical lens transforms the universe into both a mentor and a challenge, a labyrinth of ideas as intricate as the galaxies it contemplates. Ultimately, this section reveals that the pursuit of knowledge is inseparable from the pursuit of meaning. Science provides tools and observations, but philosophy frames the questions, illuminates the stakes, and guides reflection on our place in the cosmos. By exploring the thoughts of past and contemporary philosophers, we see that humanity's confrontation with the infinite is not solely a matter of intellect. It is an emotional, existential, and profoundly cinematic endeavor. The labyrinth of the universe is mirrored in the labyrinth of the mind, and as we navigate both, we are confronted with the central tension of human existence, the exhilaration of understanding entwined with the recognition of our own limitations. As this section closes, the viewer is left contemplating the paradox at the heart of human inquiry. The cosmos is both our greatest teacher and our sternest challenger. Every revelation brings awe and insight. Every question exposes the limits of comprehension. Philosophers in the dark have shown us that the act of seeking is itself meaningful, that the pursuit of understanding is as significant as any answer we might find. In this way, the labyrinths of thought parallel the cosmic labyrinths we aim to explore, guiding our minds through shadows and light, wonder and fear, into the ever-unfolding mystery of existence. Black holes are among the most enigmatic and cinematic phenomena in the cosmos, cosmic engines of gravity that warp space and time with a power that defies imagination. They lurk silently, invisible to the naked eye, yet their presence is revealed by the violent behavior of matter and light around them. A star wandering too close is torn apart, its remnants spiraling into an event horizon with a luminous fury that outshines entire galaxies for brief moments. These singularities are not merely astronomical curiosities. They are gateways to the unknown, thresholds that challenge every assumption about reality, inviting speculation about what lies beyond the boundaries of comprehension. The concept of black holes was initially theoretical, emerging from the equations of general relativity, yet observations have confirmed their existence, revealing cosmic beasts whose masses dwarf entire star systems. The cinematic imagery they evoke is striking. An inky void surrounded by a glowing accretion disk, light bending and twisting under the pull of gravity, as if the universe itself has been folded into a surreal, otherworldly sculpture. To witness a black hole, even through instruments and visualizations, is to confront the terrifying beauty of nature unconstrained by human perception. There is awe in the spectacle, but also fear, a primal recognition of forces that operate on scales far beyond human control or comprehension. These cosmic phenomena serve as natural laboratories, testing the limits of physics in extreme conditions. Within the gravity wells of black holes, time slows, space contorts, and matter is crushed into states that defy ordinary understanding. They are not merely destructive, they are transformative. Some theoretical models suggest that black holes could be portals, bridges to other regions of space, or even other universes, though such ideas remain speculative. Yet even the possibility is enough to ignite the imagination, creating a contrast between the observable and the theoretical, the known and the fantastical. The universe, through black holes, seems to taunt our curiosity, dare to approach, and the laws of reality may bend, shift, or vanish altogether. The emotional resonance of black holes is heightened by the interplay of mystery and revelation. We can measure their mass, detect their influence on surrounding matter, and even capture their silhouettes in the event horizon shadow, yet their interiors remain inaccessible, a final frontier that eludes observation. The event horizon is a boundary both literal and metaphorical. Cross it, and all known laws of physics collapse into uncertainty. This contrast between the measurable exterior and the unknowable interior creates a cinematic tension, a palpable sense of both anticipation and dread. The universe presents us with thresholds that are simultaneously inviting and forbidding, corridors in a labyrinth whose exit points are obscured from human perception. Beyond their scientific significance, black holes resonate philosophically and culturally. They are symbols of the ultimate unknown, representing the limits of human understanding and the humility required to confront infinity. They embody contrasts that are central to human experience: creation and destruction, order and chaos, revelation and secrecy. Their presence forces us to reconsider the assumptions of permanence, stability, and predictability. In contemplating black holes, we are reminded that the universe is not designed for human comprehension. It is vast, indifferent, and often terrifyingly beautiful. Modern cinematic depictions of black holes capture their awe-inspiring power and mystery. Visualizations show matter swirling into an abyss, jets of energy erupting along magnetic field lines, and space itself bending in a cosmic dance of light and shadow. These images evoke both fear and wonder, reinforcing the emotional weight of the scientific narrative. They provide a window into the extreme, a way to imagine forces and phenomena far beyond everyday experience, making the incomprehensible tangible and emotionally resonant. The concept of black holes also intersects with the mysteries of time and space, blurring the line between science and philosophy. Near the event horizon, time dilates, stretching seconds into hours or even years relative to distant observers. This relativistic effect transforms black holes into more than celestial objects. They become symbols of temporal distortion, reflections of the universe's ability to warp reality itself. Such phenomena challenge our perception of linearity, causality, and permanence, reinforcing the cinematic tension between human understanding and cosmic complexity. Speculation about what lies beyond the event horizon has inspired both scientific inquiry and imaginative storytelling. Wormholes, alternate dimensions, or even the birth of new universes have been proposed in theoretical physics, though none have been confirmed. The very act of contemplating these possibilities stretches the mind, merging empirical observation with speculative thought, blending awe with existential uncertainty. Black holes thus occupy a unique space in the human imagination. They are at once concrete objects studied by science and metaphors for the ultimate unknown. In the cosmic labyrinth, black holes serve as both obstacles and invitations. They are destinations that demand courage to approach, yet they offer glimpses of truths beyond ordinary perception. Every measurement, every observation, every theoretical model is a step closer to understanding, yet the interior remains veiled, a reminder that the universe preserves mysteries as carefully as it reveals them. They are dark corridors in an infinite maze, where each turn evokes wonder, fear, and the tantalizing hint of revelation just out of reach. Ultimately, black holes embody the tension at the heart of cosmic exploration, the thrill of discovery entwined with the recognition of limits, the allure of knowledge counterbalanced by the shadow of the unknowable. They invite us to question the very nature of reality, to confront the boundaries of human cognition, and to marvel at forces that dwarf comprehension. In their presence, the cinematic and the scientific converge, creating an emotional landscape where awe, fear, and curiosity are inseparable, guiding us deeper into the labyrinthine mysteries of the universe. Time is a constant we believe we understand, flowing steadily, reliably, like the ticking of a clock or the rising of the sun. Yet in the vast reaches of the cosmos, time behaves in ways that defy intuition, twisting and stretching under the influence of gravity and motion. Near a black hole, seconds for a distant observer can become years for one caught in its pull. Light itself bends, carrying the past across unimaginable distances, showing us galaxies as they were billions of years ago. Time is no longer a linear river, but a labyrinth, curving and folding in patterns that challenge both imagination and reason. This section delves into the profound strangeness of temporal phenomena, exploring how the universe warps our most fundamental understanding of existence. Einstein's theory of relativity first revealed that time is not absolute but relative, intertwined with space into a single four-dimensional fabric called spacetime. Massive objects bend this fabric, slowing the passage of time nearby. Imagine an astronaut approaching a neutron star, the intense gravity pulling spacetime into a steep curve. To the astronaut, moments pass normally, yet an observer far away would see those moments stretch into decades. This dramatic divergence between perception and reality is more than theoretical. It has been observed in satellites and cosmic systems, confirming that time is mutable, pliable, and deeply entwined with the structure of the universe. The cinematic potential of this concept is extraordinary. Picture a star collapsing under its own weight, light bending, matter spiraling inward, and time itself stretching into an eerie slowness as the star disappears behind an event horizon. Imagine distant galaxies shining from the past, their light carrying a history that no observer alive could ever witness firsthand. These visualizations evoke both wonder and unease, highlighting the fragile human perception of temporality against the backdrop of cosmic infinity. Time becomes not just a measure, but a character in the narrative of the universe, shaping events, framing experience, and challenging our deepest assumptions. But the strangeness does not end there. In extreme environments, time loops and paradoxes emerge. Consider a hypothetical traveler entering a region where space-time folds upon itself. Past, present, and future could converge, moments repeating or diverging like echoes in a cavern. Theoretical physics suggests that under certain conditions, closed time-like curves could exist, enabling trajectories that defy causality. Though speculative, these ideas reveal that time is not a rigid scaffold, but a fluid, dynamic entity, malleable and unpredictable in ways that stretch human comprehension. The universe, in effect, becomes a mirror reflecting the flexibility and fragility of perception itself. Contrast amplifies the emotional impact of these phenomena. Human life is measured in years, decades, a fleeting heartbeat against cosmic timescales. Stars live for millions or billions of years. Galaxies evolve over eons, and light takes billions of years to reach our eyes. Within this scale, the relativity of time becomes profoundly humbling. Our sense of urgency, mortality, and continuity is dwarfed by a cosmos where centuries might pass in the blink of an interstellar eye, or where entire galaxies might evolve while a human lifetime flickers past unnoticed. The tension between the finite human experience and the near-eternal dance of celestial bodies evokes both awe and existential vertigo. The interplay between time and memory deepens the philosophical resonance. Time, when stretched or warped, challenges notions of identity, causality, and permanence. What does it mean to exist when moments can dilate or collapse, depending on location and space-time? Are the events we witness absolute, Or are they part of a shifting, relational framework in which past and future are intertwined? This uncertainty mirrors the cognitive labyrinth humans navigate as we seek meaning in a universe that does not adhere to our intuitions. Temporal strangeness becomes a lens through which existential and scientific questions converge. Quantum mechanics introduces additional layers of complexity. At the microscopic scale, time may not flow uniformly, and events can exist in superposition, only resolving into definite outcomes when observed. This phenomenon blurs the distinction between cause and effect, creating a sense that time is not merely a river, but a web of interdependent possibilities. In combination with relativistic effects, the universe presents a temporal tapestry that is dynamic, intricate, and profoundly alien. Human attempts to measure, comprehend, and narrate this reality are heroic but inevitably partial, revealing the limits of perception while igniting wonder. Cinematic imagery can render these abstract concepts tangible. Imagine zooming through a cosmic corridor where light from distant stars stretches and contracts, planets orbit in distorted rhythms, and entire histories of galaxies unfold in the blink of an eye. Visualize a collapsing star with time dilated around it. Observers watching from afar experiencing decades while the star's final moments stretch into eternity. These scenes evoke both beauty and dread, blending scientific observation with narrative tension, and immersing the audience in the fluidity of cosmic time. Ultimately, this section illuminates the profound paradox of temporality. The universe is both a precise, law-governed entity and a realm where perception itself becomes uncertain. Time is a dimension of mystery, a corridor in the labyrinth of cosmic understanding, bending, stretching, and looping in ways that challenge intuition and imagination. By exploring the extremes of relativistic and quantum temporal phenomena, viewers are invited to reconsider their assumptions, to feel the vertigo of cosmic scale, and to confront the reality that the universe operates according to rules far stranger than our everyday experience suggests. Through these explorations, the audience comes to see time not as a simple, linear progression, but as a dynamic, malleable fabric that shapes and frames the cosmic story. It is a medium of both narrative and discovery, a force that underscores the grandeur and mystery of the universe. As we journey through time's twisted corridors, we are reminded of both the fragility of human perception and the inexhaustible wonder of the cosmos, poised between comprehension and awe, fear and exhilaration, curiosity and humility. The universe communicates in ways that transcend words, speaking a language written not in letters but in patterns, forces, and mathematical relationships. From the precise orbits of planets to the spiraling arms of galaxies, from the behavior of subatomic particles to the harmonies of gravitational waves, the cosmos is a vast symphony of signals waiting to be interpreted. This language is subtle, intricate, and relentless, revealing truths to those who listen carefully while remaining inscrutable to those unprepared. The search for this cosmic dialogue is both a scientific endeavor and a philosophical quest, a cinematic journey that merges awe, curiosity, and existential reflection. Mathematics is the most universal of these languages, a framework through which humans can decode the rhythms and structures of the cosmos. The laws of physics, expressed in equations, are not mere human inventions, but reflections of underlying patterns that govern reality. Kepler's laws of planetary motion, Newton's law of universal gravitation, and Einstein's equations of general relativity all reveal that the universe operates according to principles that can be articulated, predicted, and explored. Yet this mathematical clarity is paired with a profound mystery. The universe obeys rules that are precise and elegant, yet these same rules give rise to phenomena that defy ordinary intuition. The harmony between order and strangeness is central to the cinematic and emotional resonance of the cosmic story. Consider quantum entanglement, where particles separated by vast distances remain connected in ways that seem impossible. A change in one particle instantaneously affects the other, defying classical notions of space and time. This phenomenon challenges our perception of reality, suggesting that the universe is bound by a deeper, non-local connectivity that we are only beginning to understand. Similarly, the cosmic microwave background radiation, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang, carries encoded information about the earliest moments of the universe, a whisper of creation traveling across billions of years. These signals are the universe's poetry, subtle and profound, offering both answers and enigmas to those who seek to decode them. The concept of a cosmic code extends beyond physical patterns to the very structure of reality. Symmetries and conservation laws govern interactions from the smallest scales to the largest, hinting at an underlying order that unites matter, energy, and spacetime. The elegance of these symmetries evokes awe, as if the universe is not merely a random assembly of components, but a coherent, purposeful system. Yet the existence of dark matter and dark energy, invisible and pervasive, reminds us that much of this code remains hidden, that the majority of reality is encrypted in ways that resist direct observation. This interplay of revealed and concealed knowledge amplifies tension and wonder, driving the human impulse to explore further. Visual metaphors illuminate this narrative, transforming abstract principles into cinematic experiences. Imagine a vast cosmic web, galaxies strung along filaments of dark matter, each node pulsing with energy and life. Picture gravitational waves rippling through space-time, like the echoes of a distant symphony. These visualizations render the language of the universe perceptible, engaging both the intellect and the imagination. They allow viewers to sense that every phenomenon, from the motion of planets to the collision of black holes, is part of a coherent, interconnected story, a dialogue between the cosmos and those who observe it. Yet communication is never straightforward. The universe often conveys its messages through ambiguity, paradox, and anomaly. Pulsars pulse with precise regularity, yet some suddenly alter their rhythm. Quasars shine with predictable energy, then fluctuate inexplicably. Even fundamental constants, long assumed fixed, may be subject to subtle variation across the cosmos. These deviations are not failures of science, but invitations to deeper understanding, reminders that the cosmic language is rich, multilayered, and resistant to simplistic interpretation. The tension between clarity and mystery heightens engagement, creating a narrative rhythm that mirrors the emotional complexity of discovery. Human cognition shapes the way we perceive these signals. Our brains are wired to seek patterns, to infer causality, and to construct meaning from sparse information. In doing so, we translate the universe's language into concepts, theories, and models. Yet this translation is never perfect. It is mediated by perception, intuition, and imagination. The act of interpretation becomes part of the dialogue itself, a dance between observer and observed, between curiosity and comprehension. The cinematic potential lies in this interplay, as the audience witnesses not just phenomena, but the process of understanding unfolding in real time, with all its triumphs, frustrations, and revelations. Philosophically, the notion that the universe communicates through hidden patterns challenges human assumptions about perception, knowledge, and significance. Are we uncovering objective truths, or are we projecting our desire for coherence onto a reality that may be indifferent? The answer is both inspiring and unsettling. The act of listening, of decoding, reveals truths while simultaneously exposing the vastness of what remains unknown. The tension between discovery and mystery, certainty and ambiguity, evokes both wonder and humility, framing the human quest as a cinematic journey through a labyrinth of meaning and possibility. Ultimately, this section portrays the universe as a living text, a narrative written in light, matter, and energy waiting to be read. Its language is accessible through mathematics, physics, and careful observation, yet always layered with enigma, inviting endless exploration. The cosmos speaks in echoes, patterns, and resonances, offering glimpses of fundamental truths while concealing vast expanses of mystery. Engaging with this dialogue requires patience, imagination, and courage, the same qualities that define the cinematic journey of discovery. As viewers absorb this section, they are invited to sense that the universe is not silent, but continuously communicating, challenging, and inspiring, and that in learning to listen, we begin to understand not only the cosmos, but our own place within it. The universe is not a single, uniform reality, but maybe a vast collection of overlapping, parallel, and divergent worlds. The concept of the multiverse challenges our most basic assumptions about existence, suggesting that our reality is only one thread in an infinite tapestry of possibilities. In this vision, every choice, every quantum fluctuation, every cosmic event could give rise to an alternate universe, a reality slightly, or radically, different from our own. This idea blurs the line between science and imagination, demanding both rigorous theoretical exploration and a willingness to confront the mind-bending consequences of existence beyond the familiar. Quantum mechanics lies at the heart of this notion, with its probabilistic nature implying that particles do not exist in a single state until observed. The many-worlds interpretation suggests that all possible outcomes of a quantum event actually occur, each in a separate, branching universe. Imagine a coin toss that produces infinite parallel realities, each diverging based on that single event. On a cosmic scale, such branching could generate entire universes with their own histories, laws, and structures, creating a labyrinth of reality more intricate than anything previously imagined. The emotional resonance is immediate. The universe is no longer a singular stage, but a boundless, branching multiverse, filled with possibilities that stretch the imagination and challenge our sense of uniqueness. Cinematic imagery brings these concepts to life. Picture a single planet spinning in space, then multiply it countless times, each version slightly altered, one scorched by radiation, another teeming with alien life, yet another frozen in perpetual darkness. Visualize galaxies that mirror each other yet diverge in patterns, spiraling through dimensions unseen, their differences subtle or profound. This visual contrast underscores the emotional tension of the multiverse, the wonder of infinite possibility juxtaposed with the existential disquiet of our own small, contingent reality. The mind oscillates between exhilaration and vertigo, captivated by the vastness of potential while questioning the meaning of its singular experience. The implications of fractured realities extend beyond physics into philosophy and consciousness. If infinite versions of ourselves exist, making every conceivable choice simultaneously, what does that mean for identity, free will, and purpose? Are we unique, or merely one instantiation of countless possibilities? The multiverse forces a confrontation with the fragility and contingency of our existence, while also offering a strange solace. In a cosmos of infinite variations, nothing is truly lost. Every possibility unfolds somewhere, at some time. This interplay between hope and uncertainty, creation and chaos, mirrors the emotional architecture of a cinematic narrative, keeping viewers engaged on both intellectual and visceral levels. Contrast is essential to grasping the multiverse's emotional impact. In one universe, life may flourish, civilizations may rise and fall, and beauty may abound. In another, existence may be barren, violent, or incomprehensible. The juxtaposition of potential worlds amplifies both wonder and fear, highlighting the delicate balance between order and chaos that underpins the cosmic labyrinth. Each revelation of a possible universe challenges our assumptions, forcing us to confront the limits of imagination, perception, and understanding. This duality, the hope of infinite possibility and the fear of inconceivable complexity, drives the narrative tension and sustains engagement across both scientific and philosophical dimensions. The multiverse also reframes the meaning of cosmic discovery. When contemplating parallel realities, our quest for knowledge gains new depth. Every scientific insight, every observation, is a glimpse into one particular thread of an unfathomable tapestry. Our understanding is provisional, constrained not only by what we can measure, but by the inherent contingency of reality itself. Yet this awareness also fuels imagination, inspiring exploration and theoretical innovation. It underscores the cinematic drama of human inquiry, the tension between what is observable, what is conceivable, and what may exist beyond any possible observation. Speculative physics offers further possibilities, alternate dimensions, extra spatial coordinates, and hidden universes interwoven with our own. Wormholes could serve as bridges, connecting realities in ways that defy linear causality. Dark matter and energy, enigmatic yet pervasive, might be hints of structures extending beyond our perceivable universe. These ideas stretch comprehension and imagination simultaneously, providing both narrative suspense and intellectual fascination. The universe, in this framing, is not a static backdrop, but an active, multidimensional labyrinth, offering corridors and pathways that are both inviting and perilous. Human perception is challenged at every turn. We are wired to see a singular reality, to expect causality and continuity. Yet the multiverse demands a cognitive leap, a willingness to entertain multiple, overlapping possibilities. This mental exercise heightens engagement, evoking both awe and existential vertigo. The contrast between the familiar and the alien, the concrete and the hypothetical, mirrors the cinematic techniques that sustain tension. Light against darkness, clarity against ambiguity, hope against fear. In this way, the multiverse is not only a scientific hypothesis, but a narrative device, amplifying emotional resonance while expanding the conceptual scope of the journey. Ultimately, fractured realities invite us to reconsider the nature of existence itself. The multiverse transforms the cosmos into a boundless labyrinth, where each turn reveals possibilities previously unimagined, each branch offering both discovery and uncertainty. It challenges assumptions of uniqueness, permanence, and causality, while opening vistas of infinite wonder. By exploring this concept, viewers are drawn into a narrative that is simultaneously cerebral and emotional, a cinematic voyage through the interwoven corridors of possibility, imagination, and cosmic truth. In confronting the multiverse, we come to understand that reality is not a fixed stage, but a dynamic, branching labyrinth, each corridor echoing with mystery and promise. The human mind, striving to comprehend, navigates not one universe, but countless potential worlds, balancing exhilaration, curiosity, and existential dread. In this interplay of infinite possibility and finite perception, the audience experiences the full scope of the cosmic labyrinth, a universe or multiverse, both inviting and impenetrable, beautiful and terrifying, ultimately revealing that the quest for understanding is as infinite as the realities it seeks to explore. Consciousness is perhaps the greatest enigma of all, a labyrinth within the labyrinth of the cosmos. While stars, galaxies, and black holes captivate with their physical enormity, the human mind captivates in ways both intimate and unfathomable. Consciousness allows us to perceive, to question, to imagine, and to reflect, not only on the universe outside, but on the universe within. It is through consciousness that we experience awe at a nebula's glow, fear at the edge of a black hole, and wonder at the possibility of parallel realities. In this sense, the cosmos is not only external, but internal, mirrored within the intricate folds of neural networks that give rise to thought, memory, and self-awareness. Neuroscience reveals that consciousness emerges from complex patterns of neural activity, yet the precise mechanisms remain elusive. Electrical impulses, chemical signals, and the synchronized firing of billions of neurons give rise to subjective experience, creating the tapestry of awareness that defines our perception. Despite centuries of study, the hard problem of consciousness, How subjective experience arises from physical processes remains unsolved. The mind is both known and unknowable, a paradox that mirrors the cosmos itself. Just as black holes bend space and warp time, consciousness bends perception and reshapes reality, creating a subjective lens through which the universe is experienced and interpreted. Contrast amplifies the intrigue of consciousness. On one hand, it provides clarity, the ability to reason, to explore, to create meaning from complexity. On the other hand, it confronts us with uncertainty, the fragility of perception, the limits of understanding, and the profound mysteries of subjective experience. Dreams, intuition, and altered states of consciousness hint at dimensions of awareness that extend beyond ordinary perception, suggesting that the mind itself may navigate corridors as labyrinthine as the cosmic structures it contemplates. This tension between lucidity and ambiguity mirrors the cinematic contrasts that define the universe. Light and shadow, order and chaos, revelation and concealment. Philosophers and scientists alike have pondered whether consciousness is unique to humans or a universal phenomenon. Panpsychism proposes that awareness may exist at fundamental levels of matter, suggesting that even particles might possess proto-consciousness. While speculative, this idea invites a radical reconsideration of the cosmos. Perhaps consciousness is not a byproduct of complex brains alone, but a thread woven into the very fabric of reality. Such perspectives challenge traditional boundaries between mind and matter, observer and observed, inviting the audience to consider the universe as both external expanse and internal reflection, a labyrinth in which awareness itself is an active participant. Cinematic imagery can bring these abstract concepts to life. Imagine a neural network glowing with electric activity, each synapse a tiny star in an internal cosmos. Visualize consciousness as a dynamic interplay of light and shadow, information and perception, mirroring the ebb and flow of cosmic structures. As galaxies swirl and black holes consume matter, the mind simultaneously navigates its own complex corridors of thought, memory, and emotion. This parallelism emphasizes that the exploration of the external universe is inseparable from the exploration of the internal one, creating a layered, immersive narrative that engages both intellect and emotion. The emotional stakes of consciousness are profound. It is the source of awe, fear, hope, and despair, the faculty through which we interpret the cosmos and our place within it. The awareness of mortality, the comprehension of infinity, and the recognition of the unknown, all these experiences are mediated by consciousness. It allows us to feel the grandeur of a supernova, the terror of a collapsing star, and the vertigo of contemplating parallel realities. The emotional resonance of cosmic exploration is therefore inseparable from the workings of the mind. The universe is rendered meaningful through perception, and perception is shaped by the universe. Moreover, consciousness is a crucible for philosophical reflection. The awareness that we are observers in a vast, possibly infinite cosmos forces confrontation with existential questions. What is the nature of reality? What is the purpose of life, if any? How does subjective experience relate to the objective world? In navigating these questions, humans mirror the structure of the universe itself, branching possibilities, complex interactions, and hidden corridors that resist full comprehension. The labyrinth of consciousness and the labyrinth of the cosmos become intertwined, each illuminating and complicating the other, deepening both intellectual understanding and emotional engagement. The study of altered states, dreams, meditation, psychedelic experiences suggests that consciousness may access layers of reality normally obscured by ordinary perception. In these states, the mind perceives patterns, connections, and dimensions that evoke awe and even terror, echoing the cosmic phenomena we observe with telescopes. The parallels between the external universe and the internal landscape of the mind reinforce the cinematic tension. Vast, mysterious structures exist both outside and within, and navigating either requires courage, curiosity, and imagination. The audience is drawn into this dual exploration, witnessing the interplay of external and internal labyrinths in a narrative that blends science, philosophy, and emotional resonance. Ultimately, consciousness is the lens through which the cosmic labyrinth is experienced. It allows us to perceive beauty, recognize patterns, confront the unknown, and ponder the deepest mysteries of existence. Yet it is also a reminder of limitation. Our perception is bounded, our understanding provisional, and our place in the universe both significant and infinitesimal. This duality, the empowerment and vulnerability inherent in awareness, creates a cinematic tension that mirrors the grandeur of the cosmos itself. In this section, viewers are invited to contemplate the profound interconnection between mind and universe. Consciousness is both explorer and mapmaker, observer and participant, illuminating corridors of the cosmic labyrinth while simultaneously navigating its own internal passages. By considering the nature, scope, and mysteries of awareness, we gain a richer understanding of the universe and of ourselves, recognizing that the journey through space and time is inseparable from the journey within the mind. The labyrinth of consciousness and the labyrinth of the cosmos are reflections of one another, infinite, intricate, and compelling beyond measure. The concept of life beyond Earth has fascinated humanity for centuries, blending science, philosophy, and imagination into a quest that reaches toward the very edges of the cosmos. As telescopes and space probes reveal planets orbiting distant stars, the possibility that life exists elsewhere transforms from speculative fantasy to a plausible scientific question. Each discovery, an exoplanet in the habitable zone, a moon with subsurface oceans, or chemical signatures hinting at organic molecules, acts as a breadcrumb in a cosmic labyrinth, leading us closer to understanding our place in the universe. The emotional resonance of this search is profound. Hope, wonder, and fear mingle as we confront the possibility that we are not alone, and that the universe may harbor forms of life unimaginably different from our own. Astrobiology provides a framework for exploring this possibility scientifically. By studying extreme environments on Earth, volcanic vents, acidic lakes, and frozen tundras, scientists uncover how life can thrive under conditions once thought inhospitable. These discoveries expand the potential habitats for life beyond our planet, suggesting that organisms could exist in subsurface oceans on moons like Europa or Enceladus, or within the thick clouds of Venus. The cinematic potential is immense. Imagine alien oceans illuminated by bioluminescent life, beneath icy crusts a kilometer thick, hidden from the sun, yet teeming with energy. Such scenes evoke awe, curiosity, and a haunting sense of mystery, illustrating both the promise and the challenge of searching for life beyond Earth. Contrast is essential to this narrative. On one hand, the discovery of extraterrestrial life would be the ultimate affirmation of connection and possibility, a revelation that life is a cosmic principle rather than a rare accident. On the other hand, the universe may be silent, vast, and indifferent, with life exceedingly rare or ephemeral. The Fermi paradox, the question of why, given the vastness of the cosmos, we have not yet observed signs of intelligent life, deepens this tension, forcing us to confront existential questions about isolation, survival, and significance. The emotional interplay between hope and uncertainty keeps viewers engaged, as the search for life becomes a story of longing and exploration. The technological frontier of this quest adds further drama. Advanced telescopes scan distant exoplanets for atmospheric signatures of oxygen, methane, or other potential biosignatures. Space missions traverse billions of kilometers, analyzing the chemical composition of moons and asteroids. Each signal detected, each anomaly observed, is a tantalizing hint, a possible key to a cosmic mystery. Yet every measurement is filtered through human interpretation, subject to uncertainty, error, and bias. This duality, The pursuit of certainty within a context of profound uncertainty creates a cinematic tension that mirrors the vast and unknowable labyrinth of the universe itself. Philosophically, the discovery of extraterrestrial life challenges anthropocentric assumptions, inviting reflection on the nature of intelligence, consciousness, and existence. If life is common, we are part of a vast network of living systems connected across time and space. If rare, we are custodians of a unique spark, tasked with preserving and nurturing it amidst cosmic indifference. Each possibility carries emotional weight, wonder and pride in the former, responsibility and humility in the latter. The search for life beyond Earth thus becomes a mirror in which humanity contemplates its own significance and fragility within a vast, unfolding universe. Cinematic imagery can render these ideas tangible. Picture a spacecraft gliding over a frozen alien ocean, sensors scanning for faint signs of movement or chemical imbalance. Imagine a distant exoplanet bathed in the light of two suns, its surface dotted with strange formations hinting at biological activity. These visuals create a narrative of suspense, wonder, and discovery, reinforcing the emotional stakes of the quest. The audience is drawn into both scientific and imaginative exploration, experiencing the thrill of possibility while acknowledging the profound unknowns that lie ahead. Moreover, the search for life extends into speculative realms of intelligence and civilization. Could advanced extraterrestrial beings exist, perhaps monitoring the cosmos or traveling between stars? The implications of contact, or continued silence, evoke both hope and existential fear. Philosophers and scientists speculate on the consequences of such discoveries for religion, ethics, and culture, raising questions about communication, coexistence, and the potential for cosmic companionship or conflict. These possibilities heighten the narrative tension, blending scientific inquiry with the emotional and imaginative dimensions of storytelling. Ultimately, the quest for extraterrestrial life is a journey of both discovery and introspection. It is a pursuit that illuminates the external labyrinth of the cosmos while reflecting the internal labyrinth of human curiosity, imagination, and desire for connection. Each clue, each observation, each theoretical possibility is a step deeper into the cosmic mystery, a reminder of both our limitations and our potential. The emotional resonance, hope mingled with uncertainty, intertwined with fear, drives the narrative forward, sustaining engagement and deepening understanding. In this section, viewers are invited to contemplate the profound implications of life beyond Earth. The search is not merely a scientific endeavor. It is a philosophical, emotional, and cinematic exploration of what it means to exist in a vast, possibly inhabited universe. The labyrinth of extraterrestrial life challenges perception, imagination, and belief, prompting reflection on humanity's place in the cosmos and the boundless possibilities that lie waiting among the stars. It is a journey of wonder, risk, and revelation, an expedition into the unknown corridors of the universe and of the self. The concept of cosmic evolution stretches the imagination to its limits, revealing a universe in perpetual motion, a grand narrative of creation, transformation, and eventual decay. From the birth of the first atoms after the Big Bang to the formation of stars, galaxies, and planets, the cosmos is a story of continual change, a labyrinthine process governed by both order and chaos. Each stage of evolution unfolds over incomprehensible timescales, from millions to billions of years, yet every event contributes to the intricate tapestry of existence. This narrative evokes both awe and a sense of vertigo, as viewers are invited to contemplate not only the vastness of time and space, but the delicate interplay of forces that enable the cosmos to evolve. At the heart of cosmic evolution are the stars, the engines of transformation. Stars are born from clouds of gas and dust, collapsing under gravity, igniting nuclear fusion in their cores. This fusion converts hydrogen into heavier elements, producing energy that radiates across space and sustains the processes of life on planets like Earth. Stars live, die, and in their deaths, scatter the elements forged in their cores, seeding future generations of stars, planets, and potential life. Supernovae, with their violent explosions, both destroy and create, releasing energy and matter that propagate throughout the cosmos. This cycle of birth, death, and rebirth mirrors the recursive patterns found in other aspects of the universe, reinforcing the theme of a labyrinthine, interconnected reality. Galaxies themselves are subject to evolution, growing, colliding, and merging over billions of years. The cosmic web, a vast network of filaments composed of dark matter and galaxies, stretches across unimaginable distances, guiding the formation and movement of celestial structures. Within this web, galaxies rotate, interact, and evolve, creating patterns both predictable and chaotic. The visual metaphor is striking, a vast, cosmic dance in which every participant follows laws yet exhibits individual variation, a choreography that blends structure with unpredictability. The cinematic potential of this narrative is immense, allowing viewers to witness the evolution of entire star systems as if observing a slow-motion epic unfolding over cosmic time. Contrast shapes the emotional resonance of cosmic evolution. Against the backdrop of immense stability and order, there is the violence and unpredictability of collapse, collision, and transformation. Black holes devour stars, supernovae shatter stellar remnants, and gamma ray bursts sweep across galaxies, erasing and reshaping as they go. These dramatic events evoke fear and humility, reminding viewers of both the power and indifference of the universe. Yet within this chaos lies creativity. From destruction emerges the material and energy necessary for new forms, highlighting the delicate balance between annihilation and genesis. This tension between catastrophe and creation fuels both narrative engagement and philosophical reflection, anchoring the cinematic storytelling in emotional as well as intellectual terms. The story of cosmic evolution extends to planetary systems and the emergence of conditions suitable for life. Planets coalesce from disks of dust and gas, forming atmospheres, oceans, and diverse environments. The evolution of these systems depends on countless factors: stellar stability, chemical composition, orbital dynamics, all interwoven into a complex network of cause and effect. This intricate interdependence underscores the fragility and rarity of habitable conditions, while also inspiring awe at the universality of physical law. The universe, in shaping stars and planets, seems to follow both deterministic rules and stochastic processes, producing patterns that are at once elegant and unpredictable. Cinematic imagery enhances the narrative of cosmic evolution. Visualize a nebula collapsing into new stars, galaxies colliding in spiraling dances of light and matter, and planets forming from swirling disks of dust. Picture supernovae erupting in bursts of brilliance, seeding the cosmos with elements that will eventually compose worlds, organisms, and ultimately, conscious beings. These images transform abstract processes into visceral, emotionally resonant experiences, reinforcing the narrative of a dynamic, evolving universe. The viewer is drawn into a journey that spans billions of years, connecting the intimate processes of stellar fusion to the vast cosmic cycles of birth, death, and transformation. Philosophically, cosmic evolution invites reflection on impermanence, change, and the interconnectedness of all things. The same forces that govern the birth and death of stars also shape the conditions for life and consciousness. This continuity across scales, from subatomic particles to galaxies, suggests a universe that is simultaneously lawful and mysterious, structured and unpredictable. It highlights the idea that everything is part of an ongoing process, a labyrinth in which every element contributes to the unfolding narrative, whether or not it is aware of its role. Ultimately, cosmic evolution is a story of time, change, and emergence, a cinematic narrative that unites observation, imagination, and emotional engagement. It demonstrates that the universe is not static but alive in its own way, a complex system in which order and chaos interact to create beauty, diversity, and possibility. As viewers trace the evolution of stars, galaxies, and planets, they confront both the grandeur of cosmic forces and the fragility of existence, recognizing that every atom, every event, and every conscious mind is part of a vast, interwoven tapestry of creation. In this section, the audience is invited to experience the cosmos as a living, evolving labyrinth, where every transformation carries significance and every cycle reflects the interplay of chance and law. The narrative blends scientific rigor with cinematic imagination, evoking awe, wonder, and contemplation. Cosmic evolution becomes both a story of a universe and a mirror of human curiosity, highlighting the profound beauty, power, and mystery inherent in the ongoing dance of creation and destruction. The universe is filled with paradoxes, contradictions that both fascinate and confound, offering glimpses into realms that challenge our intuition and understanding. Among the most compelling of these is the coexistence of chaos and order, a dynamic tension that underpins the cosmic labyrinth. Galaxies spin with elegant precision, yet their interactions can produce violent collisions. Stars shine with steady brilliance, yet some end their lives in catastrophic supernovae, scattering their elements into space. The universe is both predictable and unpredictable, a tapestry woven from laws and randomness, symmetry and asymmetry. This section explores these paradoxes, revealing how the cosmos thrives on contradiction and how human perception struggles to reconcile its extremes. Entropy, the measure of disorder, is one of the fundamental principles illustrating cosmic paradox. Thermodynamics dictates that systems naturally progress toward greater disorder. Yet from this chaos arises complex structures, galaxies, star systems, planets, and ultimately, life. The emergence of order from disorder is not merely a quirk, but a defining feature of the universe. It creates a cinematic narrative of tension and resolution, a visual story of struggle and triumph, playing out on scales both microscopic and cosmic. Every structured formation, spiraling galaxies, planetary systems, or DNA molecules, is a testament to the universe's ability to organize itself, even while overarching tendencies move toward chaos. Contrast deepens the emotional resonance of these cosmic paradoxes. Consider black holes, which simultaneously represent ultimate destruction and potential creation. Matter consumed by a black hole is obliterated. Yet some theories suggest it may contribute to the formation of new universes or feed the evolution of surrounding structures. Similarly, stars, which shine and sustain life for eons, end their lives in explosions that annihilate yet fertilize space with the elements necessary for future generations. These extremes create tension, awe, and existential reflection, underscoring the dualities that define both the cosmos and human experience. At the quantum scale, paradoxes multiply. Particles can exist in multiple states at once, only collapsing into a single reality when observed. Entanglement connects distant particles instantaneously, defying classical notions of space and time. These phenomena challenge intuition and expand the boundaries of what we consider possible, illustrating that the universe operates on principles that may be fundamentally alien to human perception. Yet within these strange behaviors lies a hidden coherence, a pattern that invites exploration, understanding, and awe. The interplay between mystery and revelation is central to the cinematic storytelling of the cosmos. Life itself is a reflection of cosmic paradox. Biological systems maintain order and function in defiance of entropy, relying on energy flow to sustain intricate processes. Yet life is fragile, transient, and vulnerable to external forces, constantly navigating a balance between survival and collapse. The evolution of intelligence adds another layer of complexity as consciousness reflects on its own existence while interacting with an indifferent universe. These contrasts, vulnerability and resilience, order and decay, awareness and oblivion, mirror the larger tensions of the cosmos, reinforcing the labyrinthine quality of reality. Cinematic imagery amplifies the impact of these paradoxes. Picture a star forming within a swirling nebula, its light illuminating dust clouds even as gravitational forces threaten to collapse them. Imagine galaxies colliding, streams of stars and gas intermingling in violent beauty, yet giving rise to new structures over eons. Visualize a quantum particle existing in superposition, both here and there, collapsing into a single state only when measured. These images render abstract principles tangible, engaging the audience emotionally while stimulating curiosity and wonder. Philosophically, cosmic paradoxes invite reflection on human perception and understanding. The universe constantly challenges our assumptions, showing that what seems stable may be transient, what appears chaotic may be patterned, and what is destructive may also be creative. This recognition fosters humility and awe, encouraging us to embrace uncertainty and complexity rather than seeking simplistic answers. The labyrinth of paradox mirrors the labyrinth of human thought, each revelation opening new corridors of inquiry while maintaining the tension between comprehension and mystery. The coexistence of extremes also illuminates the narrative structure of the universe. Events unfold through cycles of tension and resolution, collapse and emergence, silence and explosion. These rhythms shape the cosmic story, creating layers of drama, suspense, and emotional engagement that resonate deeply with human perception. The paradoxical nature of reality thus becomes a storytelling device, allowing the audience to experience the universe as both intellectually challenging and emotionally compelling. Ultimately, cosmic paradoxes reveal that the universe is a labyrinth of contradictions, a place where extremes coexist, interact, and give rise to complexity. Chaos and order, destruction and creation, predictability and uncertainty are not anomalies, but fundamental features of reality, driving evolution, shaping perception, and inspiring imagination. By exploring these tensions, viewers are invited to engage with the cosmos in a way that is both intellectually rigorous and emotionally resonant, recognizing that the beauty and mystery of the universe are inseparable from its contradictions. In this section, the audience experiences the universe as a place of dynamic tension and compelling contrasts, where every cosmic event embodies both extremes simultaneously. Paradox becomes the lens through which we understand creation, destruction, and the emergence of complexity. The labyrinth of contradictions not only illuminates the nature of the cosmos, but also reflects the internal labyrinths of thought, curiosity, and perception, guiding viewers through corridors of awe, wonder, and existential reflection. Gravity is the silent architect of the cosmos, an invisible force shaping the universe with a subtle yet unrelenting influence. From the spiral arms of galaxies to the orbits of planets and the structure of clusters, gravity weaves an intricate web, binding matter across vast distances and sculpting the cosmic landscape. Its presence is both omnipresent and elusive, felt in the motions of celestial bodies, yet imperceptible to the senses. Despite its invisibility, gravity orchestrates the grand narrative of the universe, guiding the formation, evolution, and ultimate fate of stars, planets, and galaxies alike. This section explores gravity as both a physical law and a narrative force, emphasizing its role in shaping the labyrinthine structures of the cosmos and the stories they inspire. The cinematic beauty of gravity is evident in the dance of celestial bodies. Planets trace elliptical paths around stars. Moons orbit planets in perfect harmony, and stars revolve around galactic centers in spiraling arcs. These motions are not random. They are choreographed by the curvature of spacetime itself, as described by Einstein's theory of general relativity. Massive objects bend spacetime, creating valleys into which smaller objects fall, producing the gravitational attraction we observe. This elegant interplay between mass and curvature transforms gravity from a mere force into a dynamic, almost artistic principle, shaping the visible universe in ways both predictable and profoundly beautiful. Contrast enhances the emotional resonance of gravity, while it enables stability and order. Allowing planetary systems and galaxies to coalesce, it also drives extremes of cosmic violence. Stars collapse under their own weight to form black holes, neutron stars, or supernovae. Entire galaxies can collide, their constituent stars flung into chaotic trajectories by gravitational forces, even as new structures emerge from the aftermath. Gravity is at once nurturing and destructive, a force that constructs, sustains, and sometimes annihilates, reflecting the duality that runs through the entire cosmic labyrinth. The audience experiences both reassurance and awe as the same force that enables life also governs cataclysmic events on unimaginable scales. Gravitational waves, ripples in the fabric of spacetime caused by accelerating massive objects, reveal gravity's dynamic and dramatic aspects. First predicted by Einstein and only recently observed, these waves carry information about cosmic events billions of light-years away, allowing scientists to listen to the universe. Merging black holes, neutron stars colliding, and other cataclysmic interactions produce these waves, which propagate through space at the speed of light. The cinematic power of gravitational waves lies in their invisibility and universality. Entire cosmic events are encoded in subtle distortions of space-time itself, imperceptible to human senses but detectable through sensitive instruments. This discovery adds a new dimension to our perception of the universe, revealing the silent, rhythmic pulse that underpins cosmic events. Gravity's influence extends beyond the physical into the philosophical and existential. It defines scale, hierarchy, and connection in the universe. Celestial objects are linked by gravitational relationships, forming systems within systems, networks of interaction that reflect the interconnectedness of all matter. The same force that binds a moon to a planet binds galaxies within clusters, suggesting a unity underlying apparent diversity. Philosophically, gravity embodies the tension between independence and interdependence, chaos and order, isolation and connection, a mirror for human understanding and experience within a vast, interconnected cosmos. Visualizations bring gravity's narrative to life. Imagine a comet falling toward a star, its trajectory curved by gravitational attraction, trailing a glowing tail of ionized gas. Picture a galaxy cluster, billions of stars bound together, stretching across millions of light-years, each influenced by the gravitational pull of its neighbors. Envision the final moments of a star collapsing into a black hole, space-time itself curving to an extreme, light bending and time dilating. These images evoke both awe and humility, showing gravity as an invisible hand guiding the cosmic dance, shaping both the familiar and the extraordinary. Contrast also emerges in gravity's role in creating and destroying planetary systems. Protoplanetary disks coalesce under gravitational forces, forming planets and moons. Yet gravitational perturbations can destabilize orbits, sending objects crashing into stars or ejecting them into interstellar space. Even within a single planetary system, gravity is both stabilizer and disruptor, a duality that mirrors larger cosmic processes and the labyrinthine complexity of cause and effect throughout the universe. This interplay maintains narrative tension, highlighting the delicate balance between creation and destruction inherent in gravitational dynamics. On the largest scales, gravity shapes the ultimate fate of the cosmos. It competes with dark energy, which drives the universe's accelerated expansion. The balance between these forces determines whether the cosmos will continue expanding indefinitely, collapse in a big crunch, or evolve in more exotic ways yet to be understood. Gravity, therefore, is not just a local sculptor of stars and planets, but a fundamental force determining the destiny of the universe itself. Its reach extends from the smallest scales of planets to the most expansive structures of the cosmos, weaving together the labyrinthine threads of matter, energy, and time. Ultimately, gravity is the silent storyteller of the cosmos. It structures space and time, orchestrates motion and transformation, and underpins the complex patterns of creation and destruction. Through its influence, the universe becomes a cinematic stage, with events unfolding in rhythms both predictable and surprising. The audience is drawn into an appreciation of the subtle, pervasive force that shapes all things, experiencing the elegance, drama, and paradox inherent in gravity's role as both nurturer and destroyer. In this section, viewers are invited to perceive gravity not merely as a scientific principle, but as a narrative force, a thread that binds the cosmic labyrinth together. Through its invisible hand, the universe's structures, motions, and destinies are revealed, offering both intellectual insight and emotional engagement. Gravity is the connective tissue of the cosmos, a force that informs scale, structure, and story, guiding the audience through the intricate corridors of creation, destruction, and the enduring dance of matter and energy. Dark matter is one of the universe's most profound enigmas, an invisible substance that outweighs all ordinary matter yet eludes direct detection. It neither emits nor absorbs light, making it effectively invisible to telescopes, yet its gravitational influence shapes the cosmos on the largest scales. Galaxies rotate faster than their visible mass would allow. Galaxy clusters cling together against the force of expansion, and the cosmic web of filaments spanning billions of light years depends on the unseen scaffolding of dark matter. This mysterious substance is both a stabilizing presence and a source of wonder, a hidden force whose existence is inferred through its effects, compelling us to confront the vast unknown lurking behind the familiar celestial panorama. The cinematic imagery of dark matter is striking precisely because it is invisible, yet its presence can be imagined through the movement of galaxies and the bending of light. Gravitational lensing, where massive concentrations of dark matter warp space-time and distort the path of light from distant objects, provides a visual clue to this hidden force. Imagine light from a quasar stretching and twisting as it passes through an invisible cosmic web, creating arcs and rings that reveal the unseen. These phenomena illustrate both the subtlety and power of dark matter, inviting awe at the idea that most of the universe is composed of something beyond perception, yet fundamentally shaping everything we observe. Contrast amplifies the emotional impact of dark matter. On one hand, it is a stabilizing backbone, holding galaxies and clusters together, enabling the complex structures of the cosmos to persist over billions of years. On the other hand, its nature remains utterly mysterious, a shadowy presence whose composition and origin defy current understanding. This duality evokes both reassurance and existential vertigo. The universe is structured and coherent, yet its majority remains hidden, challenging our assumptions about knowledge, perception, and reality itself. Dark matter is a reminder that even as science progresses, the cosmos preserves mysteries that may never be fully revealed. Theoretical models suggest numerous candidates for dark matter, from weakly interacting massive particles, WIMPs, to axions and sterile neutrinos. Yet despite decades of experimental searches, direct detection has remained elusive. This persistent uncertainty fuels both scientific ingenuity and imaginative speculation. Could dark matter represent a bridge to new physics, an unexplored dimension, or even a key to understanding dark energy and the ultimate fate of the universe? Each hypothesis, whether confirmed or refuted, adds narrative tension and intellectual intrigue, transforming the cosmos into a laboratory of possibilities where the unseen dominates the observed. Dark matter also plays a crucial role in cosmic evolution. Its gravitational pull guides the formation of galaxies, clusters, and large-scale structures, effectively scaffolding the universe. Without it, stars and galaxies might never coalesce, leaving the cosmos a dark, diffuse expanse. In this sense, dark matter is both invisible and indispensable, a hidden architect of cosmic architecture. The interplay between invisibility and essentiality creates a cinematic tension, framing the audience's understanding of the universe as both familiar and alien, observable yet largely unknowable. The philosophical implications of dark matter are equally profound. Humanity's quest to understand the universe is a story of probing the seen and the unseen, of confronting the limits of perception and reasoning. Dark matter challenges anthropocentric assumptions. The majority of reality is not composed of matter we can touch, see, or directly measure. This recognition invites humility and wonder, positioning human knowledge as a partial glimpse into a universe that is both structured and mysterious. It evokes the emotional duality of hope and frustration, as each discovery reveals more about the cosmos, yet also underscores the vastness of what remains unknown. Cinematic visualization of dark matter enhances the narrative. Imagine the cosmic web stretching across the universe, invisible filaments connecting luminous galaxies, with dark matter guiding their motion and evolution. Picture galaxies spinning, their outer stars held in orbit by unseen mass, or clusters bending light in intricate arcs that hint at invisible scaffolds. These visual metaphors make the imperceptible tangible, allowing the audience to engage emotionally and intellectually with the concept of a universe dominated by what cannot be seen. Contrast extends to dark matter's role in mystery and discovery. Observational evidence reveals its presence, yet its essence is concealed. Its effects are measurable, yet its substance is unknown. This tension mirrors the broader cosmic narrative, where visible phenomena are often shaped by unseen forces, reminding us that understanding the universe is a journey through both revelation and enigma. Dark matter, in its hidden yet powerful role, embodies the essence of the cosmic labyrinth, guiding, shaping, and confounding in equal measure. Ultimately, dark matter underscores the limits and possibilities of human inquiry. It challenges the perception that reality is fully accessible, yet rewards careful observation, mathematical reasoning, and imaginative speculation. It is a silent actor in the cosmic story, shaping galaxies, filaments, and clusters while remaining invisible, inscrutable, and tantalizingly elusive. In contemplating dark matter, viewers are invited to experience the universe as a labyrinth of visible and invisible forces, where every discovery deepens both understanding and mystery, illuminating the profound complexity and beauty of the cosmos. In this section, the audience is guided to see dark matter not merely as an abstract scientific concept, but as a narrative force shaping the universe. Its invisibility, essentiality, and mystery provide intellectual intrigue and emotional engagement, reinforcing the theme of the cosmos as a labyrinthine structure where unseen forces govern the visible, and the search for understanding is both exhilarating and humbling. Dark matter is the shadow that gives depth to the light, the hidden architecture that makes the universe coherent, and a reminder that the labyrinth of the cosmos extends far beyond what is immediately perceptible. Black holes are among the most mesmerizing and terrifying entities in the universe, regions where gravity has triumphed over all else, warping spacetime and swallowing everything that crosses their threshold. They are both destructive and mysterious, objects that challenge our understanding of physics, time, and existence itself. From stellar mass black holes formed in the death throes of massive stars to supermassive black holes anchoring galaxies, these enigmatic entities are cosmic extremes, laboratories where the known laws of nature are pushed to their limits. The cinematic potential is immense. Imagine a swirling vortex of darkness, accreting matter spiraling inward, light bending and stretching, time itself dilating, creating a scene of both awe and existential vertigo. The formation of black holes begins with gravity overwhelming the internal pressure of a collapsing star. When a star's nuclear fuel is exhausted, it can no longer resist gravitational collapse, compressing into a singularity, a point of infinite density where space-time curvature becomes extreme. Surrounding this singularity is the event horizon, the boundary beyond which nothing, not even light, can escape. This boundary is both literal and symbolic. It represents the edge of knowledge, a limit beyond which human observation and comprehension falter. The contrast between the familiar universe and the inscrutable interior of a black hole evokes both fear and fascination, drawing viewers into a narrative of cosmic extremes. Accretion disks surrounding black holes add dynamic visual and physical complexity. Matter spirals inward at incredible speeds, heating to millions of degrees, emitting X-rays and other radiation detectable across vast distances. Jets of particles may erupt from the poles, extending thousands of light years into space. These phenomena reveal black holes as not merely voids but active engines influencing their surroundings, shaping galactic evolution and interstellar environments. The cinematic imagery is vivid, glowing spirals of superheated gas, jets piercing the cosmic darkness, and gravitational lensing distorting the view of stars and galaxies behind the black hole. Such visuals create suspense and awe, emphasizing both the power and the mystery of these cosmic titans. Contrast further heightens the drama. Black holes are simultaneously destructive and generative. They consume matter and energy, yet the material they interact with can trigger star formation or feed the growth of galaxies. Supermassive black holes, millions or billions of times the mass of the Sun, anchor the centers of galaxies, influencing the orbits of stars and the evolution of galactic structures. This duality embodies the tension between annihilation and creation, a recurring theme in the cosmic labyrinth, and reinforces the emotional and intellectual engagement of viewers. Time behaves extraordinarily near black holes, a phenomenon predicted by Einstein's theory of general relativity. Approaching an event horizon, time dilates relative to a distant observer. Seconds for someone falling in may appear as years or centuries to someone far away. This temporal distortion is both fascinating and disorienting, emphasizing the alien nature of black holes. It forces the audience to confront the relativity of experience, the fragility of human perception, and the possibility that the universe operates according to principles far beyond our everyday comprehension. The interplay of time, gravity, and space near black holes creates a rich canvas for both scientific exploration and cinematic storytelling. Quantum mechanics introduces additional layers of mystery. The fate of information that falls into a black hole, the so-called information paradox, remains unresolved. Does information disappear forever, violating quantum laws, or is it preserved in some form, perhaps encoded on the event horizon or emitted through Hawking radiation? These questions situate black holes at the frontier of human understanding, where relativity and quantum theory intersect, and where speculation, calculation, and observation intertwine. This unresolved tension sustains intellectual curiosity and narrative suspense, inviting the audience to dwell on the limits of knowledge. Philosophically, black holes confront us with extremes of existence. They are points where physical law, space, and time collapse into singularity, defying comprehension and imagination. They evoke existential reflection. What does it mean to encounter a region where normal rules vanish? How does the universe reconcile these extremes? The emotional impact is profound, blending fear, awe, and humility, reminding viewers of both the power of nature and the limitations of human understanding. Black holes are cosmic mirrors, reflecting the vastness, mystery, and sometimes indifference of the universe. Visualizing black holes in cinematic terms emphasizes their narrative power. Imagine descending toward an event horizon, the stars stretching into arcs, light bending into surreal patterns, and the surroundings glowing with high-energy radiation. Picture the immense scale of a supermassive black hole at the heart of a galaxy, its gravity orchestrating the motion of countless stars while invisible to direct observation. These images bridge scientific abstraction and emotional experience, immersing the audience in the paradoxical nature of these cosmic enigmas. Invisible yet influential, destructive yet generative, terrifying yet mesmerizing. Ultimately, black holes are a cornerstone of the cosmic labyrinth. They exemplify extremes of gravity, time, and space, serving as both obstacles and gateways in our understanding of the universe. They challenge perception, defy intuition, and expand the limits of imagination, offering a cinematic and intellectual journey into the unknown. The audience is invited to experience black holes not merely as objects of study, but as profound narrative forces, shaping the cosmos and captivating human curiosity. In this section, viewers confront black holes as both scientific phenomena and storytelling devices, embodying destruction, creation, mystery, and awe. They are gateways to the extremes of nature, laboratories of physics, and mirrors of existential contemplation. By exploring their formation, influence, and paradoxical qualities, the audience is drawn into the labyrinth of gravity, time, and cosmic mystery, experiencing the full emotional and intellectual resonance of these extraordinary celestial objects. The concept of time in the cosmos is both a framework for understanding and a profound mystery, stretching the imagination to its outermost limits. Time governs the evolution of stars, the motion of galaxies, and the expansion of the universe itself, yet it is far from absolute. Einstein's theory of relativity revealed that time is intertwined with space, bending and stretching under the influence of gravity and velocity. Near massive objects like black holes, time slows relative to distant observers. Across vast cosmic distances, the expansion of space affects the passage of time itself. The cinematic narrative of time evokes both awe and vertigo, as viewers confront a dimension that is familiar in daily life, yet alien in its cosmic expression, a labyrinth in which every moment is simultaneously fleeting and eternal. Time shapes the life cycle of stars, from their birth in nebulae to their fiery deaths, as supernovae or quiet collapses into white dwarfs. These processes unfold over millions or billions of years, a scale almost impossible to comprehend. Planetary systems emerge, evolve, and sometimes perish within these time frames, creating a rhythm that governs the structure and behavior of the universe. The passage of time, vast and indifferent, contrasts with human perception, where seconds are fleeting. This contrast creates emotional resonance, emphasizing both the majesty of cosmic processes and the fragility of human life within such immensity. On a larger scale, cosmic time frames encompass the evolution of galaxies, clusters, and the universe as a whole. Galaxies collide, merge, and transform over billions of years, their trajectories guided by gravity, dark matter, and dark energy. The expansion of the universe, accelerating under the influence of dark energy, stretches cosmic distances and alters the perception of simultaneity. Observing distant galaxies is akin to looking back in time, seeing light emitted billions of years ago, a snapshot of history frozen in the cosmic labyrinth. This temporal dimension adds depth to cinematic storytelling, allowing audiences to perceive the universe as a dynamic, evolving narrative rather than a static tableau. Contrast heightens the drama of cosmic time. While time creates continuity and structure, it also entails impermanence, decay, and mortality. Stars burn out, planets collide, civilizations rise and fall, and even galaxies drift apart in an expanding void. Time is both creator and destroyer, a relentless river carrying everything toward transformation and eventual entropy. This duality evokes awe and existential reflection, framing the universe as a theater of both possibility and transience, where every event is part of an intricate, interwoven narrative. Quantum mechanics introduces further complexity, challenging conventional notions of linear time. Particles can exist in superposition, entangled across distances and perhaps even temporal boundaries. The nature of causality itself may be probabilistic at fundamental levels, suggesting that time, as experienced in everyday life, is an emergent property rather than a fixed backdrop. These concepts stretch comprehension, inviting viewers to imagine a universe where past, present, and future are not rigidly separated, a labyrinth where temporal corridors twist and fold in ways both elegant and bewildering. Human perception of time contrasts sharply with cosmic scales. Our minds are tuned to rhythms of seconds, minutes, and years, yet the universe operates on epochs that dwarf human lifespans. This disparity creates both wonder and existential tension. The processes shaping stars, galaxies, and cosmic structure are indifferent to our awareness, yet we are capable of observing, measuring, and understanding them. The emotional resonance of this contrast, our fleeting existence against the backdrop of cosmic eternity, intensifies the cinematic impact, connecting the intellect and imagination of the audience to the grandeur of universal time. Philosophically, cosmic time challenges assumptions about permanence, causality, and significance. If the universe is billions of years old and ever-expanding, what does that imply about the place of life, consciousness, and human experience? The passage of time forces reflection on mortality, legacy, and the fleeting nature of all things. Yet it also provides a framework for understanding evolution, change, and interconnectedness. Every process, from the fusion of atoms and stars to the development of consciousness, unfolds within this temporal tapestry, linking past, present, and future in an intricate, labyrinthine pattern. Cinematic imagery brings the abstract concept of time to life. Imagine the gradual glow of a star forming in a nebula, brightening over millions of years, or galaxies spiraling toward collision, their arms stretching in slow-motion elegance. Picture light traveling across billions of light years, carrying ancient information from the early universe to our telescopes, each photon a messenger of history. Visualizing time in this way allows audiences to grasp its vastness and significance, experiencing both the beauty and the terror of a universe that operates on scales far beyond human perception. Ultimately, time is the framework within which the cosmic labyrinth unfolds. It shapes structure, governs processes, and imbues events with rhythm and meaning, yet it remains mysterious, elastic, and relative. Through time, the universe evolves, cycles through creation and destruction, and conveys the interplay of order, chaos, and transformation. For the audience, contemplating cosmic time offers both intellectual insight and emotional resonance, highlighting the interplay between the fleeting human experience and the eternal, unfolding drama of the cosmos. In this section, viewers are invited to perceive time not as a mere measurement, but as a dynamic, flexible, and profound dimension that structures the universe. Its vast scales, relativity, and interplay with cosmic processes illuminate the labyrinthine nature of existence, creating a cinematic journey through epochs, cycles, and transformative events. By exploring time in the cosmic context, the audience experiences the awe, mystery, and philosophical depth of a universe in perpetual motion, where every moment is both transient and eternal, and every observation a glimpse into the profound continuum of cosmic evolution. The ultimate fate of the universe is a question that has both haunted and inspired humanity for centuries, a labyrinthine enigma that combines physics, philosophy, and imagination. Will the cosmos continue expanding forever, drifting into a cold, dark, and lifeless void, or will it collapse upon itself in a dramatic big crunch, reversing the arrow of time? Perhaps it will settle into a delicate balance, a static equilibrium where galaxies, stars, and matter persist in a slow, quiet stasis. The possibilities are as vast and varied as the universe itself, each scenario evoking wonder, fear, and profound existential reflection. This section explores these destinies, framing the cosmic finale as a cinematic journey through uncertainty, imagination, and the ultimate expression of cosmic evolution. The expansion of the universe, first observed by Edwin Hubble, revealed that galaxies are receding from one another, suggesting a dynamic cosmos rather than a static one. Later discoveries of dark energy indicated that this expansion is accelerating, pushing galaxies farther apart at ever-increasing speeds. In this scenario, known as the Big Freeze or heat death, the universe stretches into infinite cold and darkness. Stars burn out, galaxies drift apart, and matter decays, leaving behind a sparse, frozen expanse. The cinematic imagery is haunting, isolated remnants of civilizations, dying stars casting faint light across endless voids, and the ultimate silence of a universe stripped of energy. Emotionally, this vision evokes both awe at the vast scale and melancholy at the inevitability of cosmic decline. Contrast is vital in understanding these possibilities. While expansion implies desolation and entropy, the Big Crunch envisions a reversal of cosmic time. Gravity, if dominant, could eventually halt expansion and pull galaxies, stars, and matter back together. In this scenario, the universe collapses in on itself, culminating in a singularity of unimaginable density and energy. The emotional resonance is starkly different. Rather than slow fading, the cosmos experiences violent convergence, a climactic return to unity and potential rebirth. These contrasting scenarios, gradual death versus cataclysmic collapse, invite philosophical reflection on the nature of beginnings, endings, and the cyclical or linear character of existence itself. Other speculative futures expand the imagination further. Concepts such as the Big Rip posit that accelerating expansion could eventually tear apart galaxies, stars, planets, and even atomic structures, unbinding all matter in a dramatic finale. Multiverse theories suggest that our universe may be one of many, each with its own destiny, and that what appears to be an end here could be a transition in a broader cosmic framework. These speculative visions stretch comprehension, offering narrative tension and cinematic scope while emphasizing the profound uncertainty of the universe's ultimate outcome. The labyrinth of possibilities becomes both intellectual and emotional, challenging assumptions and engaging the imagination. Entropy and thermodynamics play a central role in these ultimate fates. The universe tends toward disorder, and in each scenario, the flow of energy and the degradation of usable resources define the limits of structure in life. Even civilizations and intelligence are ultimately bound by these universal laws. Stars may continue shining for billions of years, but the inexorable increase of entropy sets a horizon for all organized complexity. This interplay between order and decay, creation and dissolution, mirrors earlier cosmic themes, reinforcing the emotional and philosophical stakes of understanding the universe's destiny. Cinematic imagery can transform these abstract concepts into visceral experiences. Picture galaxies slowly drifting apart, cosmic filaments stretching into darkness, or entire star systems torn asunder by accelerating expansion. Imagine the final light of dying stars flickering across the void, leaving a universe bathed in faint, ghostly illumination. Visualizations of collapse depict matter collapsing into dense singularities, swirling energy, and cosmic cataclysms on an unimaginable scale. These scenes allow audiences to emotionally inhabit scenarios that would otherwise remain purely theoretical, bridging the gap between intellectual comprehension and imaginative experience. Philosophically, contemplating the universe's fate invites reflection on human existence, purpose, and perspective. If the cosmos faces eventual desolation, what does that imply for the significance of life and consciousness? Does the transience of galaxies, stars, and civilizations mirror the fleeting nature of individual lives, or does understanding these processes provide a sense of connection to a grand, unfolding narrative? These questions resonate emotionally, prompting awe, humility, and existential contemplation while linking human experience to the vast labyrinth of cosmic processes. Ultimately, The ultimate fate of the universe embodies both certainty and mystery. Physical laws suggest constraints and likely outcomes, yet uncertainty, speculation, and imagination expand the possible trajectories far beyond current understanding. It is a narrative of endings and transformations, of entropy and possibility, and of beauty emerging even from inevitable decline. The cosmic labyrinth stretches toward its conclusion, but the journey through stars, galaxies, black holes, and dark matter is as compelling as any final destination. In this section, viewers are invited to confront the ultimate questions of existence, time, and cosmic destiny. Through contrasting scenarios, philosophical reflection, and vivid imagery, the audience experiences both the scale and the stakes of the universe's potential futures. The labyrinthine possibilities emphasize the grandeur, fragility, and mystery of cosmic evolution, leaving viewers with a sense of awe, contemplation, and connection to a universe whose story is both ancient and ongoing. The journey through the cosmos culminates in reflection, the final act in our exploration of the labyrinthine universe. After traversing stars, galaxies, black holes, dark matter, and the very fabric of time itself, we are compelled to confront not only what the universe is, but what it means to exist within it. This final section synthesizes the scientific, philosophical, and emotional threads woven throughout the narrative, creating a cinematic meditation on wonder, curiosity, and the human impulse to seek understanding. It is both a conclusion and a gateway, a moment to pause, reflect, and consider the broader implications of our place in the cosmic labyrinth. Humanity's exploration of the universe is an expression of consciousness itself. From early stargazers who charted the heavens to contemporary scientists probing the farthest reaches with advanced telescopes and probes, our species has sought to illuminate the unknown. This drive is more than intellectual curiosity. It is a profound emotional and existential pursuit. Each discovery, from the first exoplanet to the detection of gravitational waves, reinforces the notion that understanding the cosmos is inseparable from understanding ourselves. The labyrinth we navigate externally mirrors the labyrinth within, as questions about the universe inevitably lead to questions about meaning, existence, and perception. Contrast underscores the depth of this reflection. On one hand, the universe reveals order, beauty, and intricate design. Galaxies spinning in majestic spirals, stars igniting with nuclear fire, planets forming in delicate balance. On the other hand, it evokes chaos, destruction, and mystery. Black holes swallowing light, dark matter eluding detection, the ultimate fate of the cosmos uncertain. This duality creates a tension that captivates and engages, mirroring the broader narrative of science and philosophy. The pursuit of knowledge against the backdrop of profound unknowns. It is this tension that renders the cosmic labyrinth emotionally compelling and intellectually irresistible. Philosophical reflection deepens the resonance. The universe's vastness and complexity challenge anthropocentric assumptions, reminding us that humanity is both infinitesimal and extraordinary. Life, consciousness, and understanding are rare phenomena within the immense cosmic tapestry, yet they grant us the ability to perceive, interpret, and contemplate existence itself. This paradox, the smallness of our presence against the grandeur of the universe, creates a narrative of humility, wonder, and awe. By engaging with the cosmos, humans participate in a story far larger than themselves, contributing to a continuum of exploration, understanding, and imaginative interpretation. Cinematic imagery brings this synthesis to life. Visualize the cosmic web stretching across billions of light years, galaxies twinkling like scattered jewels, black holes bending light and distorting perception. Picture humanity's vantage points, telescopes capturing faint photons from the edge of the observable universe, astronauts floating above Earth, observing its fragile blue presence suspended in space. These images evoke both scale and intimacy, connecting the vast, impersonal cosmos with the deeply personal experience of human perception and emotion. The audience is guided through a labyrinth of visual and intellectual wonder, experiencing the universe as simultaneously external and internal. The emotional journey culminates in awe and contemplation, witnessing the interplay of cosmic forces, gravity sculpting galaxies, dark matter shaping structure, time bending near black holes, elicits a profound recognition of the universe's complexity and beauty. This awe is inseparable from humility, the realization that much remains unknown, that mysteries abound, and that the cosmic labyrinth is far larger than our minds can fully grasp. Yet within this humility lies inspiration, a motivation to explore, to question, and to seek deeper understanding, embodying the human spirit as a cosmic explorer. Ultimately, the cosmic labyrinth is both a literal and metaphorical construct. It represents the universe in its vast complexity, the physical laws governing matter and energy, and the philosophical questions arising from human consciousness. It is a journey of discovery, reflection, and imagination, encompassing the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen. By traversing this labyrinth, viewers gain not only knowledge but perspective, a sense of connection to a universe that is simultaneously majestic, mysterious, and profoundly intricate. In closing, the final section emphasizes the continuity of exploration. While individual discoveries may illuminate particular corridors of the labyrinth, the broader journey is ongoing, inviting future generations to probe further, imagine more deeply, and engage with the cosmos in ways that expand both understanding and wonder. The narrative leaves the audience with a sense of completion and anticipation. The labyrinth is vast, its corridors infinite, and the human journey within it is only beginning. It is both a conclusion and an opening, a cinematic reflection on the intertwined destinies of humanity and the cosmos.